everyone, Adele and April here with Technique Tuesday. Today we are going to be making some paper snowflakes, so we hope that you enjoy this holiday craft. Alright, so today we are going to be making 3D paper snowflakes, which are going to look amazing. So what we're going to do is, I have a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And if you have any, you could use scrapbooking paper, you can always use computer paper. It's just not going to be as strong. Our 12 by 12 paper is going to look awesome for this. This is our white daisy piece, so it is a little bit thicker than the rest of them, but we're going to use this anyway. So for each snowflake, we are going to need 6 squares. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to 4-inch squares. And for each snowflake, we need 6 squares. So we've got our 6 squares there. And then what we want to do is we want to fold them in half to form a triangle, and then we're going to make a smaller triangle. So I've got a bone folder here. You can use that, or you can just use your hands. But since my nails are painted green and gold, don't want to leave any residue from that, so I'm just going to use my bone folder. We're going to do it once. Like I said, our white daisy is a lot thicker. So if you wanted to use a different one of our cardstocks, it might be a little bit easier to fold, but the white daisy will last long. And each of these snowflakes is going to be about 12 inches once we're done. So we're going to fold each of them like this, all 6. Not that I'm ruining my all-purpose mat at all. I just wanted to work on this, my Versamat, because it is self-healing. So I feel like with the amount of pressure that I'm using with my bone folder, I'd rather be on a surface that, in case I did end up doing any damage, it is self-healing. So I'm just switching over to working on my Versamat here. So now that we've got our folds, we do have to draw some parallel lines. So we're going to draw about 4 lines on each of them. So it's about 2 inches tall. So if we have 4 lines, we're just going to go. So I just drew 4 lines. I started at 3/8 and then I went up 3/8 by that. You have a little bit of extra on the top there, but that's totally okay. You don't actually have to go all the way to the end. I just kind of drew it that way, so you could always erase that little bit. But what we're going to do then is the part that actually lays open is going to get cut. So we're going to take our scissor. Like I said, it's thick. So even if you wanted to, you could always use a scissor, or we could do it in 2 layers. You could also possibly use your paper trimmer. But we're going to take this, we're going to cut them. Like that. So when you open it, you're going to get that design. So see how awesome that is? It looks really cool. So the next part of this, we are going to need some glue. I do suggest liquid glass because it is the most sturdy of our glues that we have. You can also use our Tombow mono liquid glue as well, but like I said, I just like the liquid glass. I find that it always holds these kind of projects much better than anything. So you're going to start in the middle, and we're going to fold that in together, and we're going to glue those 2 pieces together. This part will definitely take a little bit more time because you want the glue to hold. See how that didn't hold there? So we do want the glue to hold. So for this middle one, since it is so small and the liquid glass is just, it's hard for me to get my fingers down there, I'm going to just put a little mini glue dot on it, and that should make that hold. And there you have it. You have your first petal. So you could do 6 more of these of the same exact design, and then you would glue them all together to get a big snowflake. But what I want to show you is I want to show you a few different designs that you can do as our petals for the snowflakes as well. So that was design number 1. Design number 2. For this snowflake design, you only have to fold it in half once. So I did get another one of our 4x4 squares and do that. And then we are going to, see how nicely it fits on my Versamat right there? We are going to give it 7 different lines. So we could do that at the 1/2 inch. And we are going to do the same thing. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 pieces right here and we're going to glue them together. There you have it. You have your second one. So you could do them all differently, or you could do every other one like this. And then when you have all 6 designs, you put your snowflakes together. So I think I'm going to do an alternating snowflake from each one design. So each design I'm going to do 3 times, and we're going to put it together and see how it looks. All right, so we have 5 of them done. I wanted to show you before I started gluing my last one together that you can do it like this, or you could actually, even if you wanted to, make it into like a heart design. So you'd end up having a snowflake that looks like this from the outside. So just to give you some different ways that you can do this, but you can always have fun and play with them as well as you are prepping them. Yay, there we have it. We have all of our pieces now ready. So we've got to then set them all up and glue them together. So how I'm going to do it is I'm going to glue 3 of them together like this. So 1, 2, 3 at the bottom there. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some extra liquid glass and combine them like this right in the center. Like that, so they'll hold. And there you have it. You have a funky little snowflake. I actually kind of really love it. Like I said, you can do the same design on the entire snowflake, or you can switch it up like this. So you have this really fun, different design. Make sure that it actually glues before you try and pick it up like I just did. But you can also tie a string in the middle so you can hang it, or off of one of the points like this. But isn't that absolutely adorable? I love it. I can actually even get that in a little closer so they look good. You can also glue these pieces together so it doesn't seem like they separate, anything like that. So they are a little bit closer and everything like that. But there is our paper snowflake. Isn't she beautiful? I do have to glue this a little bit more. Sometimes when you got a lot of paper, you need to have a heavy hand on that glue. And I do have one more technique for you. So one of those pieces that we did do the double fold on, we're going to do with the next one. So we already have our triangle that is like this. And so what we are going to do next is we are going to fold it into another 3 pieces equally folded. So we are going to do 1 and then 2. It's a little hard with the white daisy because it's so thick. Let's see if we can even do this with the white daisy. Like I said, super thick piece of paper here. All right, so see how I've got that triple fold now? And with this, we want to, it's going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. We're going to draw a design that we have to cut out. And I'm not really sure that we're going to be able to cut through the white daisy because it is so thick, but we're going to try. I might get like a intense scissor over here. But what you want to do is you want to take your paper like this, and starting from this top, we want to make a big curve all the way down, and then 2 more up like that. We want to cut those. So definitely not going to be able to do that with my white daisy one. Don't even know if it's going to work with these scissors. These are like wire cutter scissors. White daisy is very thick. Oh, we're getting a little bit. Oh, we're getting some cut. Ooh, this is very difficult. So maybe don't do this with white daisy. Oh, we cut through it somehow. All right. See if we can cut the rest of this. Well, that was very difficult, but we cut it. So time to unfold it. And see how cool it looks when it's unfolded. This might even want to do with a bigger piece of paper. But we did it! We've got this cute little snowflake right here. All right, it's a little choppy. But if you do this with a bigger piece, it would look awesome. But then what you can do with this is you can actually fold these pieces in if the other pieces were actually cut a little bit better. It's a little bit of a mess. I think that was a fail. We're just going to call that one a fail. Let's use regular paper. All right, so I do have a scrap piece of paper here, so I can show you what that one's going to look like. So you have triangle, triangle. You can see how this one is not going to last as long as the other paper ones because this is not as thick. But do triangle, triangle. And then what you want to do is you want to fold it in a third. That's something that kind of looks like a bouquet, right? Right, like this. And then we're going to make it circular. So we're going to kind of come here and come up to the top like that and make 2 wide semicircles. Right, like that. All right, let's see if this works out a little bit better. All right, that worked out a little better, still not perfect, but as you see here, we now have these clear spots that we can fold down like this, and then you can have these things pop up. You can actually do this with a bigger, I feel like this would work a lot better with a bigger square than a 4x4. But see how you can have those, and then this will all pop up if you glue it and make it all pretty looking. You can put something in the middle, and then if you glue 2 of these on the back of each other, you'll have this really cool snowflake. So that's just another design that you can do. But that is our paper snowflake. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. But isn't she just beautiful? I absolutely love it. So, all right, that's Technique Tuesday. And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below. But we'll see you next week for another Technique Tuesday. Who's that baby girl? Hi, Blair.